got a show, very entertaining.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who this be, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Squid Game. It's the most watched Netflix original series, #1 in 93 plus countries. It's something to see. So I'm going to be talking about this show. It's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, so I'm going to give you guys a rundown, give you guys, character analysis, plot analysis, all that jazz. So this show is about 456 players, contestants, who are severely in debt, who are trying to get themselves out of it by playing these child games, these kid games, from, years ago, such as like red light, green light, tag, stuff like that, but not really tag. Tag wasn't in there. But yeah, these games that they could get a chance to win. This show, or this concept of these games, have similarities to shows like Big Brother. Just in case, like you're in a confined place, separated from the outside world. And you're trying to eliminate players until you get to you're the only one standing, or not the only one standing, but in the final, and then you're the only one standing, you're the last player. So this show also has, I guess, similarities in Alice in Borderland. I never watched it, but I have been requested to watch and review Alice in Borderland, and then I think Genius. So yeah, in the show, we got Ji-hung, Sang-woo, Sae-byuk, Il-nam, Jun-ho, and Min-yo, and Dak-soo. And then we got the frontman and VIPs. Those are going to be the characters and characters adjacent that I'm going to be talking about. So up first, Ji-hung. Ji-hung is this, basically, I guess, a deadbeat father, in like layman's terms, basically a gambling problem. Yeah, and that's basically why he's in debt. You know what I'm saying? These are the preliminaries before they even get to the game. Then we got Sang-woo. Basically, he graduated from a prestigious college, SUN, in South Korea. Then we got Sae-byuk, who's like a pocket thief, I guess tries to make a living for herself, whatever. We got Il-nam, who is this old, feeble man who has a brain tumor. Ali. We got Ali, who's from Pakistan, but he came to South Korea to make some money. And then we got Han Min-yo. This devious lady who, I guess, this devious lady who lied about being a single mom. Yeah. And then Dak-soo, who's this, gangster person with this, like, tattoo on his neck. And, yeah, that's about him. These are all the preliminaries to these characters. And then Jung-ho is a Korean police officer. So, episode 1 with red light, green light. Let's get into it. This game was basically the turning point for everything. So in this game, you get there, everybody gets there, everybody who wants to play the game gets there. 456 contestants trying to play for 45.6 billion won, which is the equivalent to 38 million US dollars. So, with that being said, it's a lot of money. So red light, green light. The rules were if you move, you get eliminated. Not everybody did not know that eliminated means you get shot and killed. So with that being said, after the first two people got shot, everybody got into a frenzy, started trying to run, and they were just getting shot left and right. Like over 200 bodies were shot and killed. And yeah, so in this game, Sang-woo, he did not turn into the villain right now. He didn't turn into a villain. Sang-woo actually was still being helpful. He told Ji-hong that if you stand behind people, you won't get, the motion detector won't sense you, and you can, just stand behind people so you can get to the other side. Also, Ali, MVP. Ali really helped Ji-hong because Ji-hong had this person holding onto his ankle, like, help me, while he's looking so frantic, and Ali was like, I got you, like literally hold this man for like maybe 60 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, just by like with one hand, and to keep him upright. And by the skin of his teeth, Ji-hong was able to make it past red light, green light. But with that being said, after the first game, they did not realize they're going to get shot and killed as what eliminated mean. So they were like, yeah, I'm trying to get out of here. So in the clause, it said if the majority of the contestants wanted to leave, they will let them leave. But they all got to their real lives and realized they're still going to be in the same place. So they all came back and were like, yeah, I'm going to continue playing. So the game is 6 games. First game was red light, green light. So we get to the second game, and this is where the transition to Sang-woo is. Sang-woo, he had his glasses. Once Sang-woo got his glasses, ain't no Sang-woo anymore. It's Savage Woo. So second game was this cookie cutter game. You had a needle and a cookie. You had to use the needle. You had to use the needle to trace out the cookie without breaking it. And if you break the cookie, you get shot and killed. Sang-woo picked the star, and he allowed Ji-hong to pick the umbrella. And he was like, wait. And he was like, never mind, yeah. He was like, never mind. And he's like, if you die, you die. He was just like, okay, whatever. Allowed Ji-hong to pick the umbrella while he got the star. And yeah, and by the skin of his teeth, Ji-hong was able to pass that game. He used the saliva from his mouth to make the etchings into the cookie easier to, sketch out. So Ji-hong able again. The third game was tug of war. So in tug of war, they needed 10 people on the team. So it was already Ali, Ji-hong, Sang-woo, Sae-byuk, Il-nam, and then they got 5 other people on the team. They got Min-yo on the team. And Min-yo got kicked out by from Doksu's team, and that's when she had the vendetta. She had the vendetta against Doksu from that point on. So from that point on, they in a tug of war. So they had 3 girls and an old man on a tug of war team. And after, you have to pull the team to the other side. And once you pull the team across the other side, there's literally a hatchet that cuts the rope. And the 10 players fall to their death. And literally, they get put in, and like the way that they get put into these boxes, like presents, they just clean up the blood splatter, and then they put these boxes in an incinerator and cremate the people who died. And also, there's a whole situation about the doctor. So there's a doctor in this game as well, who whoever who signs away to have their organs donated, they take the people who died and cut out their organs, such as their kidneys, and they transport them, I guess, to have for people who need kidney transplants and whatnot. So basically, once you died, if you said you want to be an organ donor, they taking out your kidney after you die. So they're taking out your kidney or whatever organs that's needed for a transplant. Like, it really got you thinking, because this show is basically kind of showing a little bit about capitalism, like how these people die, you don't have no time to mourn them, and it's just like the day goes on like nothing ever happened. You just die. They clean you up. They clean off the floor that you died on. They put you in this box that has a pink ribbon, like a present box. Put you in an incinerator and cremate you, and you're on an island, so I guess your ashes are going into the ocean, so you're like undetected, and you're dead. So yeah, that was tug of war. That was very ruthless. So the fourth game was this marbles game, and that's when Song-woo Savage Woo came about. Savage Woo, he teamed up with Ollie. Ji-hong teamed up with Ilona, and then Sebyuk teamed up with this girl named Jong Lee, and they all were playing this marble game, and whoever's the loser gets killed. So in this game, everybody had to be in pairs of two. So Minyo, it was 17 players, so she was a person left out of the game. I thought they were about to kill her. Turns out she wasn't dead. They just left her out the game because they wanted to have this fair and just game. They didn't want people to be an outcast. So she literally got to go to game number 5 without even having to play game 4 because there was uneven players. And the reason why there was uneven players is because the doctor was like, if I continue, taking the organs out of the dead players' game, I get to find out what's the game in advance. So he was basically cheating the system, basically. So in return of being the doctor and taking a transplant, he wanted to know what is the next game and have an advantage over everybody else. So he had the advantage of knowing what tug of war is. So that's how they got that's how they got a team of all guys, and they were able to win that game. So that whole thing, when the front man found where he was and shot and killed him, and shot and killed the person who was in the red suit, because they were like, you can't show your faces to these people, and then he was like, oh, this game is supposed to be fair. You can't be cheating the system. Da 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 da. So they literally killed and hung these people, and were like, I apologize for not having this fair situation. Da 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 da. So they basically were like, yeah, even though we're killing you for being eliminated in the game, you can't have the upper hand. Everything needs to be fair. So I was just like, okay. Anyway, the marble game. Let's get back to the marble game. Song-woo was savage. So Song-woo told Ollie how to play the game. He was just like, if I have even and you call even, you have to give me you have to wager one of your marbles. And if I have odd and you have odd, that. So Ollie didn't really know what even and odd meant in Korean. So obviously after Song-woo kind of explained to him, he got the hang of it. So Ollie, he's a quick learner. He played the game, and then he ended up actually winning. He had, while Song-woo had 1 marble and Ollie had 19, he basically almost won the game if they played again and, Ollie beat him. So Song-woo went to the really, really deepest things. He really finessed Ollie, because Ollie doesn't really know. Ollie's too trusting, and he didn't really know much. So he was like, okay, give me your bag of marbles, because you can't go around. He's like, go find people who's not winning this game, and go give me your bag of marbles. because if you go around, somebody might steal them away from you and whatever. And let's see, they can't kill everybody who didn't finish the game in this a lot of time. So Song Woo filled another pouch, his pouch, with rocks, gave it to Ollie, while he took Ollie's 19 marbles, while he kept the one that he had, and put it in the bag. While Ollie's walking around trying to find, players who doesn't look like they were winning the game. So while the time ran out, Ollie has a pouch with rocks, while Sungwoo has a pouch with 20 marbles. Time ran out. Ollie got killed, while Sungwoo was like, I got 20 marbles without doing any violence. And I was just like, bruh, really got Ollie killed. Now Ji-hong could have got killed. This is another time that Ji-hong just basically escaping death. Literally. Il-nam, he was playing as this feeble old guy. So Il-nam was winning the game, left and right, winning the game. Then Il-nam kind of showed that he has, dementia. So with that being said, Ji-hong will say even, and then Il-nam would open and be even. And then he will be like, what did I say again? And then he would be like, oh, I said odd. So Ji-hong literally tried to finesse an old man. He really did. And he was going on talking about how Songwoo was bad. But you finessed the old man because you wanted to win the game. You finessed him. So that was game 4. Now we get to game 5. And game 5 was this, you are in the order of, you have to step on these glasses in the order that you pick. So before, you have to pick the order. Ji-hong escaped death again. Ji-hong trying to figure out if he should go first or he should go 16th. If it wasn't for this man saying yo, I want to have my fate in my own hands, whatever, he picked number 1. While by default, Ji-hong got number 16. Ji-hong better thank that man, because man would have been dead. Ji-hong was left with number 16. So game number 5 was the ruthlessest of them all. Because the way these people just fell, you had to pick, one is tempered glass that can hold the weight of a human, while one is regular glass that can't hold the weight. And if you step on the regular glass, you fall to your death. And the way that they zoomed in on the brain matter, we did not need to see brain matter. Hello? What? Anyway, so Doksu, let's go back. So it was the tempered glass and the regular glass. So literally one person had to step at a time on the glass and try to figure out which one is the tempered glass and which one is the natural glass. And that game was so, I was scared. I was scared for them because they were just, dying. Everybody's falling to their death. And Ji-hong, he better be thanking the Lord that the first guy picked number 1, because mans would have been dead. Minyo, she basically got her revenge on Doksu. Doksu was trying to play big bad guy and was like, I want somebody to go before me to see which glass is which glass. And then Minyo was literally hugged him super tight so he can't get her grip, and literally sacrificed her life, was just so she can exact vengeance on him. And basically they fall to their death. And I mean, that was whoa. She kept her word that she was gonna get him, and she did get him. So then we get to the final 4 people in this game. So the guy who was able to figure out what's tempered glass and what's regular glass, he was almost there. And then the VIPs basically were like, oh, he knows something that the rest of them don't know. And they turned the lights off in his face. So the guy took a marble and, from Jihong to figure out which one is tempered glass and which one is real glass. Then he had the nerve to ask, do you have another marble? Like, sir, no. So they turned on the light. You couldn't tell the difference. So it was like 60 seconds left on the clock. And they had 16 minutes to get over on the platform. But a lot of people were very scared. A lot of people, it's either one wrong move and you die. You fall to your death. So a lot of people were very scared. A lot of people did not want to, did not want to do this. So with that being said, Songwoo was like, yeah, hurry up. So Songwoo pushed the guy into the glass, making the man fall. Bro, he didn't have to do that, but I understand. There was only 60 seconds on the clock. So he had to think fast. So as soon as they all, Jihong, again by the neck of his teeth, skin of his teeth, he got there to the edge, at the end of the platform. And as soon as he got over the platform, they blew up the glass. And then all the glass just started flying. And it was just so sad how Sabia, I guess she was at the edge of she was near the platform. And a big shard of glass, just literally got impaled into her abdomen. And it was just so messed up. So Sabia, Songwoo, and Jihong were the final 3 players. So they get this final dinner. And to prepare for the 6th and final game. So Sabiok is bleeding out. She has no one to attend to her wounds, nothing. Jong-hoon was, upset because Songwoo pushed the man into the glass, basically causing him to fall and die to his death. So he was like, what if it was me there? Would you do that to me? And, I guess he was just kind of upset because he without a second thought, he just killed somebody. So I'm just like, maybe Sungwoo did have a point. Like, you had 60 seconds. I mean, I'm trying to make it across because you saw how the glass just blew up. So if I didn't get across, I would have all fallen to my death. Hello? So I understand Songwoo, but Songwoo is very savage. So with that being said, they get to the final. So Sabiuk is bleeding out. She's bleeding out. She has no medical attention. She's bleeding out. There's blood dripping everywhere. She lost a lot of blood. She's very pale. She couldn't even eat her steak. So they left them with all their knives. So Sabiuk, drifting off to sleep. Songwoo is drifting off to sleep. Jihong want to kill Songwoo because Songwoo killed somebody. So with that being said, he found out that, Sabiuk was, basically dying. So he tried to call for help. And with that being said, Songwoo basically slit her throat and killed her. And I'm just like, did he really have to slit her throat and kill her? Because she's already dying. She could have just, died, I guess peacefully with the blood drying, going out of her. But he really just slit her throat. And some would say, like, he put her out of her misery, making this process speed up faster. But I'm just like, did he really have to slit her throat? So Jihong was, like, already upset from the trying to cross the platform game because Songwoo pushed someone over the platform. So now he's upset even more with Songwoo killing Sabiuk. So they get to the final game, and you have to basically fight to your death. So the game was like, a person will win if one person is not able to continue. So Jihong was like, what did Jihong? Jihong was like, basically, I I don't want to win this game. So he basically tried to forfeit. So he's like, if me and Songwoo basically agreed that we no longer want to play this game, we can walk away with nothing. So Songwoo was like, nah. He basically sacrificed himself. So he killed himself. And he was like, just take care of my mother. So basically leaving Ji-hong as the winner of the game. So with that being said, Ji-hong was the winner of the game. I did not really talk too much about Jong-hoo, which is the police officer. So the police officer, I don't think he's dead, because I'm just like, he just got one shot and he fell into the ocean. So I feel like, and they didn't find his body yet. So I feel like he might come up to be alive. So I don't think Ji-hong is dead. Not Ji-hong. Jong-hoo is dead. And then the front man. The front man is actually the police officer's brother. So that was a plot twist. And then Il-nam. Il-nam was the biggest plot twist of the thing. But I kind of sensed that this man was very sus. Very suspect. Because in Red Light, Green Light, man was too giddy after seeing over 200 people got shot and killed to cross over. Then in the marble game, he basically finessed Ji-hong. And basically, Il-nam is actually the creator of the game. He's actually the boss. So he basically does have a tumor, but he wanted to play the game for a final hurrah. He wanted to feel alive, as he said. So with that being said, Il-nam is basically the bad guy. So yeah, I just knew this guy was sus. I just knew it was sus. But yeah, that was basically Squid Game. I would say that I guess Ji-hong has like this very much hero complex, because at the end, he comes back home with the 45.6 billion won. Comes back home, he finds his mother's dead. So basically, one of the things he was trying to, give back to, or help, or win the money to help out, one of the people he was trying to do that for is gone. So, but he also has a daughter. So I just didn't like how at the end he had the chance to go visit his daughter, and he chose to insert himself in seeing that the game is being continuously being played a year later, and he decides to continue to play it. He wants to play the game. He turns his back from entering the airplane to go, I guess, call the people so that he can get picked up to play the game again. And I'm just like, hello? What's this like hero complex you're doing? Like, go try to be with your daughter. Like, go try to help your daughter. Try to do something. Why are you trying to go insert yourself in the game? But the thing about it is that they're saying in this game is like, the world is corrupt. Everybody, the world takes people who has this kind and good heart and turns them to corrupt, which is very much exhibit number A, which is Songwoo. Songwoo wasn't always a savage, always, this self-serving player. Songwoo was actually helpful. He was actually willing to help others. But because of how the games are, it corrupted him. It made him money hungry. It made him basically selfish. And while Ji-hong is the character flow who still believes that people are good, there's people that's willing to help other people. So that's what Ji-hong has. He has this no matter what happens, I still think that there's good in people. He still thinks that, just like how Il-nam was like, if someone helps this guy who's on the street, you win. If nobody helps him and helps this guy on the street, then I win. So he's basically thinking that the world is, selfish, is very corrupt, is very all about themselves. Nobody's willing to help or give a helping hand to people in need. And that's where Ji-hong is thinking. Ji-hong, he wants to still believe that, there is good people out there. There's people who wants to help other people. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has to just be self-serving or selfish. So there's like the survivor of the fittest, this, you know, help hero complex and stuff like that type of aspect to the show that, you know, they don't really show. But yeah, anyway, that's like my wrap up about, or my analysis to the show. There's like a lot. But anyway, if you guys like this video, like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, and concerns. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.